Hi, my name's Alana Heim of Prosperity Alignment. Today in this video, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into one of the fear gates, and that's the fear gate 18 in human design. The fear gate of the 18 has to do with this fear of imperfection. And the reason I want to talk to you and focus on this particular energy right now is because both Mercury and Venus have entered this particular position in this gate and is activating this energy where you may start to feel it, kind of influence you, impact you in some way. But there's always a higher expression, right? We don't need to be lost in fear or stuck in fear and thinking that fear is the only way. For some of us, fear has been the only way, but we're recognizing there's so much more. There's more on this planet and our consciousness to be able to trust and be able to see possibility in a way that we couldn't before. So, the higher expression for the gate 18 is this concept of improving, where there's correction. This is an energy where it's about systems and wanting to improve, make them more effective, make them more efficient. So, where you are today, you may be rebuilding who you are, aligning with that person. And if you're afraid that you're going to get it wrong or not be perfect, that's okay. Because whose version of perfection are you trying to live up to? And what does perfect mean anyway? When the greatest inventors came up with this idea, they couldn't just get it out into the world in one fell swoop, right? It didn't happen that way. They had to practice, they had to maybe be on the drawing board for a while, coming up with these ideas of maybe this will work. But inventions take time, and it's all about right timing and being able to really connect with what is true for you, what you're trying, and leaning into these possibilities of making mistakes, possibilities of what if it doesn't work and I get it wrong? And that's okay. So with Mercury activating this energy, you may find yourself communicating a little bit about this correction piece. Maybe you see something and you see that it's not working and you're talking about that. But because this is an energy that's projected, it's not quite directly connecting to the throat, you really have to have this energy be called out of you, invited, recognized, for it to be heard as feedback. Without that waiting, without that right timing, it may be misconstrued as criticism. So this is where maybe you have something going on at work and they're working on a project and they're trying to create something brand new, which means there are going to be the trial and error and the mistakes that are made to get it right. But you can already see what can be corrected. And if you just come right in and say, oh, that's not going to work, they're immediately going to take this defensive role, right? Become reactive with you, thinking, oh, well, you're just being pessimistic and you're not telling me what I want to hear and I really want to get this to work. But if you would ask permission to share your thoughts, it totally changes the dynamic of the energy. It flips it on its head to allow them to hear your feedback and go, wow, that's actually a really good idea. Thank you. Thank you for showing me where I could improve in this process. Make it more efficient. So right now, as all the systems are beginning and are in process of crumbling, that's across the board within our governments, within our school systems, within the medical systems, politics, all of these different areas where we as humanity, the whole of us, we're feeling this gate 18 energy, and we're also feeling it in the way of viewing our systems and recognizing where improvement is necessary. Things aren't working. And if something is not working, we need the feedback. We need to be able to improve to change the outcome. to change the system for the betterment of society, for the greater good. That's the intention of this energy. It's very logical, right? It needs that repetition to become masterful in the process. I want you to recognize where you are throwing yourself into the process and bashing yourself for not being perfect, when it's not necessarily about you or the person of who you are. And so this fear that can come in can hold you back. And so we're dancing in this energy just for a couple of days, but the gate 18 does transit again through the sun activation starting on September 27th. And then we're going to be in that energy for around 5 days or so. So it's really important that, yes, fear can come in. And we are moving into this intensely fearful time because all 7 of the fear gates become activated by Mercury and Venus and the sun and Mars. We've got all of this energy to explore, to help us learn, to grow, and to empower ourselves and each other. Fear is just in the moment, but we've lived with it so chronically for so long as a humanity. And the more that we really want to evolve into this higher consciousness, that means we have to let go of this fear that's controlled us. And we have to step into trusting yourself, trusting who you are and the gifts that are you, that you bring into the world, that the world needs. Trusting each other, trusting you're supported, trusting that people have your back. And if there's any part of you that does not believe that, right, then that's what we have to lean into and learn to trust. We have to trust the universe, trust God, trust the higher beings, the higher source, the higher energy, whatever that may be. And the more that we do trust, the more we're stepping into trusting and creating more of that higher vibrational energy. When we really look at breaking down the energy of fear, we rate it at a 100 rating, where it's very low vibrationally. It can be toxic. It can hold you back from seeing possibility. And when we dance in more of love and trust, we're moving up to a higher consciousness that's rated at more of a 500 level. And so if you can raise your level of trust and consciousness from being where fear lives and move it up to being more of that loving quality, that's what you're radiating out to your peers, to your family, to your community, and to the world around you. And that's what we need more of. You and I are one. We are all one energy, one love, one light. And for the experiences that we have and the fear that has contributed, we get to choose to say no more, right? Let's move to a different consciousness. Let's shift together and help each other and love each other to get there. I want you to understand these energies, not so that you get lost in the fear and that you're afraid of what's coming, but so that you can prepare for what's coming. I've created What's Fear Got to Do It with It Sun Activation Program. And this is a 10-class program over 8 weeks where we are communicating and dancing, not only in learning about the energy, but we are exploring and dancing within the energy as it is transiting, as the sun is activating each of these 7 gates. Because what I know is that it's one thing for you to be taught about something. It's a totally different experience to be in it, to get that support that you really want during the most intense and scary time of the year, right? Classes start October 1st because that's when we are in the gate 18 energy as it's being activated by the sun. We continue to move through all 7 gates, and at the end, we then move into 3 really empowering individual knowing energies that we also get to explore during the program. Because my intention is to give you what you need while you need it to understand who you are through human design, to understand the fear and how it can come in and infiltrate all parts of you and all parts of the chart. So, we're learning about fear as it applies to your particular energy type. Maybe you're a manifester or a manifesting generator, a reflector, or a projector. And you are going through and understanding how fear can come in to penetrate you or have you feeling a certain way based on your energy type and your strategy you're meant to follow. How is fear impacting your ability to make decisions and use your authority correct for you? How are the fear gates coming through in those moments, but also looking at how within the chart is fear affecting the other energy centers and the different circuits. So we're really exploring fear on this whole new level, this deeper way of integrating, because for me, it's all about experience, right? I have part of the sensing circuit, which means I love to experience. And through experience is how I learn, how I teach, and how we can begin to integrate on a deeper soul level who you are, what you're here to overcome, and how to begin to trust. To trust yourself, trust each other, trust the universe. The more we trust, we are creating more of that, and we are raising our consciousness. Class starts October 1st. I do have some fast action taker bonuses for those of you who are ready to say yes, to jump in and get support before class starts, and who want the additional service, love, and support. So I'm going to give you more information below about some of the bonuses, how you can jump into the program. If you really are feeling compelled to learn more about yourself while experiencing these energies, I want to help you rebuild who you are in aligning with that authentic self, where fear doesn't have a hold over you anymore, where fear coming from the outer world doesn't control you anymore, where you're beginning to let go of so much of those old stories and you're stepping into who you are. You're feeling empowered and you're wanting to really shift yourself and the world around you and make that impact, make that difference. And so as the gate 18 is kind of coming through, just be aware, notice your communication, notice through Venus how it's affecting your relationship with money, your relationship with others, right? Your family, your community, your colleagues. All of this energy, it comes through because it's here to teach you. It's here to be the guide to help you explore and experience so much more. That's what I really want for you in the What's Fear Got to Do with It Sun Activation Program, where we get to really explore and dance because you are designed for so much more. And I want you to have the support to learn, to grow, and to go at your pace, right? It's so often that we think, I'm just going to go out there and I'm going to create this and do this. But life happens, and there may be fearful events that are real, that are affecting you. And when you don't think you have anywhere to go, I want this to be the program where you are deeply supported and you receive the love and the support and get what it is that you need. Because in these times, as things continue to unravel, because we're perfecting our processes and they're not perfect, I want you to also recognize that you can be okay and have faith and trust that what is going to happen or come through for you is very healing. It's growing you on this deeper level. So the program again starts October 1st. It runs through November 19th. I really would love to be able to support you. You are invited to check it out. I have a link below. If this is something that you're not sure and you want to ask me some questions, then I will also put my email so that you can contact me. I want to hear from you. I want to know what fears are coming up. And because my background is being a certified public accountant and a certified financial planner, we're talking all things money, financial fears. What does that frequency look for you? What about the frequency of fear that's coming into your personal life, in your professional life, in your work life? Maybe you've started a business and there are big fears that are holding you back and keeping you stuck or not quite through to the other side of where you want to be. All of it, right? Fear infiltrates on all levels. And that's what this program is all about. Where is it infiltrating you? Where is it impacting you in your life? And where is it you're ready to let go of those old stories and those old ways of being and having fear be a part of it? And we can start to tackle and unravel and heal and transcend fear. That's what I really want for you. So just be aware of the energies, play with them, but don't let them control you. And if you're unsure of what that looks like or how to do that, then please check out what Sphere got to do with it, Sun Activation Program. Learn more. I would love to be with you for 8 weeks and helping you through those scary times or whatever impact may be coming through, and really just helping to solidify just how empowered you are, who you are, and that you're aligning with that magnificent being. And I'm so grateful for you, and I will see you again soon. Bye.